Hello, boys and girls. We are going to be reading a story, and this is a very special story. I got this as a gift, and I have actually never read it before, so this is going to be my first time reading it with you, and I hope that you are going to enjoy it. This is The True Story of the Three Little Pigs. Now, we have read The Three Little Pigs, and we have definitely heard a different version than what you're about to hear. So, I want you to look really closely at this. You can see it looks like this is a newspaper article, and this says The Daily Wolf. Oh, let's see what happens. There is the wolf. And this is as told by John Scieszka and illustrated by Lane Smith. Let's find out what happens in the true story of the Three Little Pigs. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it is all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault that wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way that we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think that you were big, bad, and bad too. Gotta say, that hamburger does look pretty good, doesn't it? But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing, it's just all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. There it is. He said it's all about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. And it says, this is the real story. Now, who's telling this story? The big bad wolf. Let's see what he has to say. Way back once upon a time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear old granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold, and I ran out of sugar. Oh my goodness, look at him. He's got drool all over. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor, it was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house out of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw anyway? So of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into somebody else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday. That's when my nose, it started to itch, and I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed, and I snuffed. Oops. Oh, what's gonna happen? And achoo! I sneezed a great sneeze. Uh-oh. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of a pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so I ate him up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger lying there. Oh my goodness. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I rang the doorbell on the stick house, but nobody answered. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" He yelled back, "Go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs of my chinny chin chin." Oh. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house, it fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was the second little pig. Oh no, that is a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now, you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open. So I did the only thing that there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little bit better. And I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old granny's birthday cake. So I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house out of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, "Mr. Pig, Mr. Pig, are you in?" And do you know what that rude little piggy said? "Get out of here, wolf. Don't bother me again." What's gonna happen next? Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar. And he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear old granny's birthday cake? Ah, what a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on again. And I huffed and I snuffed and I achoo, sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, "And your old granny can sit on a pin." Oh no, he's not being very nice to him. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, but when somebody talks about my granny like that, I go a little bit crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down the pig's door. And the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the two pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting. So they jazzed up the story with all of that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it. The real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar. What do you think, boys and girls? Is that the real story of the three little pigs? Or do you think the three little pigs that tell the story are telling the truth that he really is a big bad wolf? What do you think? Well, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed this. I sure love this story. It's pretty funny. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Get outside and read a book because it is beautiful. Have a good day. Bye-bye.